Bleacher Report has position battles to watch for the Browns. Number one, cornerback. How interested are you at that one?
Very. It's going to be interesting because this is a battle of two guys who were the top picks of their respective draft classes. Greg Newsome this year and then Greedy Williams back in 2019. I'm fascinated where the edge is going to go because both guys they're very similar guys. Both are longer corners. Greedy, of course, coming off the shoulder injury, the nerve problem there that set him back in 2020. We're still kind of waiting to see exactly what he is at the NFL level. And then you got Greg Newsome coming in as the first-round pick. Got all the athletic tools I just talked about. Both guys were very effective at the college level. So whoever is going to be interesting, whoever starts opposite Denzel Ward, we're going to see both those guys a lot as long as they're both healthy this year. It's just going to be a question of who gets the other set of the most snaps between the two. But both of them should be pretty good compliments of Denzel Ward.
Another position battle they have is linebacker, and that one's going to be interesting just because I think there's going to be a number of different packages where sometimes you're going to see three linebackers, sometimes you're going to see two. I think might even be an occasion where you see one linebacker on the field in Joe Woods' defensive scheme this year.
Absolutely. I mean, the moves they made in the offseason to really alter the tenor of the position say a lot about that as well. I mean, we talked Anthony Walker, we saw him earlier. I think he's got an interesting role to play, particularly as a run stopper, probably more in the BJ Goodson role where you see him maybe in a base set more than, in pass coverage. And then obviously Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. There's so much hype about him, obviously, from the last month, and it's easy to see why. Just all the things he can do. It's fascinating where he's going to lie him on the football field. Obviously, they're going to have him out at linebacker to start as the weak outside linebacker. He's got so many fun tools that it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. Then, of course, you got Sione Takitaki, who I thought stepped up and played pretty well last season, had the pick 6 against the Eagles. Jacob Phillips is going to get some chances. I think I'm interested in his growth from year 1 to year 2. I thought he showed some flashes. He was banged up, so we didn't really get to see a lot of who he was. But again, late third round pick in that case, you're just kind of looking to see him have some flashes, some moments. And it's just a case of a guy like him just learning the NFL speed and getting adjusted to it.
And then the last one they mentioned, defensive tackle.
Yeah, defensive tackle is going to be interesting because of the young guys behind the two guys we think are going to start. I mean, we expect Andrew Billings and Malik Jackson to be the starters. The wild card there is going to be Jordan Elliott, how he plays coming into his second season. He got on the field plenty as a rookie, but usually with defensive tackles, you always see them struggle usually because they're getting adjusted to playing against grown men on the other side. So I'm curious how he develops in year 2. Does he just blow the doors off at training camp, steal a starting spot away, and kind of live up to some of the hype out there from the LX people? I remember Pro Football Focus prior to his draft had Jordan Elliott, I believe, as a first-round grade.